As geeks take on dictators, bloggers turn dissidents, and social networks root for social justice, governments are going cyber, spying on their citizens, erecting firewalls like iron curtains, and closing down websites. We ask, is cyber-generated change virtual or real? Empire at this time on Al Jazeera.
Time now for sport. Here's Farah.
Thank you, Folly. Well, we start with football, and AC Milan have strengthened their grip on the Italian Serie A top spot. They beat third-place Napoli 3-0 on Monday. The visitors knew a win would see them draw level with Milan on points, but after a goalless first half, Milan's top scorer Zlatan Ibrahimovic grabbed his 14th of the season. He converted a penalty after handball in the area. A goal from Kevin Prince Boateng, and then this superb solo effort from Alexander Pato guaranteed the points for the Rossoneri. The win sees Milan move 5 points clear at the top of the league. Here is confirmation of the top of the Serie A table. Milan leading from city rivals Inter. Napoli stay third. They're just 1 point behind Inter. And still in the automatic Champions League places, Roma are in fourth. While it was all about the top clubs in Italy and Spain's Primera División, the bottom two sides went head-to-head as Malaga hosted Almeria. Bottom side Malaga took the points despite the visitors taking the lead after just 8 minutes. Mengulu with the goal for Almeria. Now it took the home team until the second half to draw level, and Zomarska scoring to make it 1-1. Almeria were then reduced to 10 men, and Malaga went ahead 12 minutes before time. Jose Rondon heading past the keeper. Juan Miguel Lopez sealed the points in injury time after the visitors had another man sent off. Final score Malaga 3, Almeria 1. There's a huge Premier League game in England a little later. Defending champions Chelsea are at home against leaders Manchester United. Victory would take Chelsea into the top 4, but preparations for the game have been overshadowed by a police investigation into defender Ashley Cole. He shot a work experience student with an air rifle at the Chelsea training ground. Cole will play against United, but the club are taking disciplinary action against the England fullback. Coach Ancelotti has also denied losing control.
It's not true that here there is not discipline, because I think that the player on the pitch are and so you can judge the player on the pitch. The player on the pitch are showing a fair play, are showing a respect for the referees, are showing a respect for the fans. This is what you have to judge, not other things.
Now there's one game taking place in the Cricket World Cup right now. Sri Lanka are hoping to get their competition back on track after losing their last match to Pakistan. They host Kenya, who are hoping to avoid a third straight defeat. Having won the toss, Kenya elected to bat in Colombo and are currently 83 for 2. Now, this year's Cricket World Cup saw its first hat trick on Monday. West Indies fast bowler Kemar Roach became only the 6th player to achieve the feat in the tournament's 36-year history. The moment came during their Group B clash against the Netherlands in Nagpur. Rahul Pathak reports.
It's a sign of the poor state of West Indies cricket that the game against the Netherlands was by no means regarded as a foregone conclusion. The Windies' heavy loss to South Africa in the opening match, coupled with the Dutch heroics against England, had some sensing an upset. But the men from the Caribbean can still boast some of the game's most destructive batsmen, and after being sent in Nagpur, they climbed into the Dutch bowling with relish. The highlight was Kieran Pollard's 60 from just 27 balls, as the West Indies reached 330 for 8 from their 50 overs. Netherlands made 292 against England in their last game, but chasing a huge total brings its own kind of pressure. Tom Cooper showed his colleagues how it should be done, just like that. He would go on to make an unbeaten 55, but then Kemar Roach decided to make his little bit of history. The 22-year-old became the 6th bowler to take a World Cup hat-trick, He took 6 for 27 in total to blow away the Dutch batsman for 115. The West Indies win by 215 runs. Meanwhile, in Group A, the Canadians gave further ammunition to those who believe the Minnows shouldn't be in the World Cup. Shown to be out of their depth against Sri Lanka, they weren't much better against Zimbabwe in New Delhi. The Zimbabweans racking up 298 for 9 off their 50 overs. In reply, the Canadians would have had hopes of improving on their last innings of 122 all-out against Sri Lanka, and they did, by 1 run. The Canadian batsmen collapsing to the Zimbabwean spinners for just 123. Zimbabwe record their first win of this World Cup by 175 runs. Rahul Pathak, Al Jazeera.
In the NBA, the Chicago Bulls are going strong in their push towards top spot in the Eastern Conference. The Bulls crushed the Washington Wizards on Monday. Chicago led from the start and never trailed their hosts. Derrick Rose and Luol Deng each scored 21 points apiece for the Bulls. And Joakim Noah added another 19, leading Chicago to a 105-77 victory. And the win moves them to within a game of second place Miami. And that's it for sport for this hour. Back to you, Polly.
Thank you very much, Farah. All right, stay with us on Al Jazeera right now. I'm going to tell you about the German defense minister who has resigned over a plagiarism row. Karl Theodor zu Guttenberg stepped down after he was allegedly found to have copied large parts of his doctoral thesis. Guttenberg was seen to be the most popular member of Angela Merkel's cabinet until recently a possible candidate for chancellor as well. He has resigned from all political offices. All right, stay with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more news on Al Jazeera, including the latest on the Libyan uprising. We'll talk about the Libyan oil installations, which could turn into a battlefront between pro and anti-Gaddafi forces. Stay with us.
The first Green Building Solutions Conference and Exhibition Doha 2011. A unique opportunity to learn best practice about sustainable design and construction. Don't miss this opportunity to attend. Come and join us.
All the news, all the time. AlJazeera.net/English.
On the next Riz Khan Show, as social revolution sweeps through the Middle East, how marginalized has the US become and how will this affect its future role in the region? Riz Khan, at this time on Al Jazeera.